Good morning, everybody. It's the weekend. Come on, Maverick, Dirty Bird. See a few people in here. Yeah, please take the time, write in the comments where you're from, who you are, say hello. Got any questions, please throw them in the comments. I'll try to get to you and if you have a comment or a question. In the meantime, I let a few people roll up in here and start the music.
Yeah. Yeah. Break a breaker, no South Jersey checking in. Danny in the shop where the real ones begin. 454s, 2290s, 28s heading knocks. All age, she's hitting hard. Melon mud duck slide. Danny the man with the Dave May flair. Old school 590 smoke in the air. Forget that weak 6 pill high Q noise. This that Jersey Bill heat for the real convoy. Yeah, to my setup, but don't be a clown. Conex 3300 AP Max.
Red Arrow, what's happening, man? Maverick, Virginia Beach. Right on, man. We've been having some pretty decent skip last couple days. Alright, so yeah, it's pretty early. I didn't give anybody a heads up that I am going live today. And I actually have some other videos, another video I need to do on another piece of equipment, but I thought I'd take and dive into this because I wanted to show you guys. Hold on a second here. Wanted to show you guys this remote system. Yes, this is new to me on my bench, and it's new to you guys as the viewers out there. It's a piece of equipment that has came and gone. And I said this in my last video when I kind of released a debut of what I got going on here. And there was a few people out there that made these, and they're not making them anymore. And there's probably people out there that has used this technology or the ability to use other parts for what we use them for, and that's what we do. So the can't run that moto box in the new truck. Okay, Maverick. Anyway, getting back on track where I was at. So there was a few people. This is not new technology, but the equipment that's out there, we all have to use our imaginations a little bit to take and get things to work, and to get them to work properly, you really have to dig deep. And I had to dig a little deep to get this stuff to work exactly how I wanted it to work, and I was able to do that. So with that said, I had redesigned a design cabinet. And since I redesigned it, I get to call it my cabinet now. So it's a pretty basic cabinet. I had ICA Fat Boy make this, and basically I took his dual regulator cabinet and it eliminated a lot of holes. I like the cabinet. It was the right size and gives me enough room inside internally to do all the wiring and put the modules inside and such. But this is what these cabinets look like when I get them up out of machine shop. These are raw aluminum. So I had to opt for some sort of clear coat or color or base paint or something. So I decided to do that. And it's not in description, and I'll rewind and go back in description and add that stuff. But I had changed these cabinets, and the first 4 of them that I built, the first guys that got these things, they were the 00001s of that was a quote unquote the prototype. What's going on, Adam? What's happening? I decided to take and go one step further. I use a lot of vinyl, and everybody knows this. I use a lot of vinyl to take and cover up holes and make them disappear in plain sight. But vinyl is not permanent. So yeah, I stepped up, said, hey Charger, I need cabinets. So I got them done. They're all taken care of. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 basic colors. I'm going to offer this in white, flat, just regular white, the whole thing's white, or black. And that'll be a discounted price. I have to put that in the description. And then I offer them with a base color and then a full finish. And the faux finish is where these things really come up and shine, and it really hides a lot of little imperfections that may be on the cabinet and such. You see real, little rail marks or whatnot from the bend machine. And we all kind of just got used to that. They're there, they just disappear. You guys, everybody just kind of looks around it. But with the faux finish, two-step paint job system with a clear coat over everything, these things are phenomenal. I love how they look, I love how they feel. They should last a very, very long time. I decided to hide my blue name on this one. I was going to do black, I decided to do blue, and it just kind of blended in. But the green one is also very nice. So with that said, you guys, this system is very, very safe, and we all had the problems one time or another. Now, if you haven't, then you've been doing it right. You've been unplugging your stuff and plugging stuff in. But with that said, this really takes that problem out of getting things jammed up. I still highly, highly suggest you unplug before you plug these things in and out, but it's okay. It's running right now. I can simply unplug it, and now the power to this side is dead. Now I'll do the same thing to this one. It's just unplugged. All right. Now on the wiring on these things, they're right around 24 inches, 24 inches or so, 22, 24 inches. And I have some good, really nice connectors, quarter-inch connectors on here. So if you look, amplifier is live. It's plugged in still. And as long as you don't just start to push it in and just stop, you won't have no problems. But if you just take and go straight in, you're done. You don't have to worry about it. Just straight in. You're done. All right, so you plug them in. Fans will light up just for a second and shut off because it's going across that switch. So again, you have your on-off button on, however you turn them on. This first on button is tied into the red, black, and blue silicone wire. Now there's another thing I meant to mention. This is all silicone 18 gauge wire. Really nice, super flexible. I took a torch, a yellow bottle map gas torch, and put it directly on the jacket of that wire, and it did not catch fire. Absolutely love silicone wire. This is some great stuff. It's great technology. So depending on how you plug in, either it's going to be the green, white, and yellow wire, or your red, blue, and black wire. Depending on how you plug those in is how your buttons are going to turn things on and off. So the way I have it wired up right now is the on switch will turn on the blue and red wire and black wire, and then the off switch will turn on the other one. All right, the yellow, green, and white wire. So any way you want to cut it, it's a wireless remote. It's 430 megahertz. You shouldn't have any frequency noise in your receive. It is a mile away for 27 megacycles, so there shouldn't be any noise whatsoever as far as frequency interference would go. Unless your radio is really jacked up and it picks up all kinds of noises, then you're gonna grab noises as well. But as far as a wireless remote system goes, this thing will turn on and off pretty good. Let's see. Let me go across the room, and I'll just take a walk. We'll just take a walk in the room. All right, so we'll go way back here. Let's see, my building is 50 feet all the way to this end. Molly's over there crashed. So I'm at the entrance of my shop. Let's see if we can turn them on here. Yep, no problem. Turn it on. See right there. You can see it on and off. So in your vehicle, definitely are not going to have any problems turning your stuff on and off. What do you think, Molly? What you got going on? You just over here stretched out on your bed, got your belly in the air. Hi, Molly. All right. So that said, this is what I have going on. So I changed the price structure a little bit. Obviously, I had dropped a lot of money into this project, and I wanted to take and see the best product that I could produce, and this is where I'm at. So I'm at $210 shipped out throughout. Hawaii and Alaska is included in that price. So $210 for a dual or a single remote. If you just use it as a single, just plug in one cord, because they are totally independent from each other. If you don't plug in the cord, you cannot power up the unit. They do not share the same power source. So the The units that you're seeing right here are $210 shipped out, and that includes Puerto Rico, that includes Hawaii, that includes not Australia, I saw that kangaroo, Alaska, starts with the same letter. So $210 United States for the full finish. You get to kind of pick the colors, but here's the thing on the colors. Pick any color you like. It's either going to be a white base or a black base. And then the faux finish, like this one's blue over black and this one's green over black, you would take and say, oh, I want white over black, or I want green over white, or I want blue over white, or purple over white, or pink over white, and vice versa for the black. So you still get to pick two colors. The catch is, I'm only going to offer, as far as the LED color goes, green, red, or blue. And you can mix and match the colors as far as that goes. So if you wanted blue meters in your green cabinet, I can do that. So it's somewhat custom at that price. But if you want a baseline unit, you're looking at $190 shipped out, and it would just be one color, white or black. So that's pretty much the baseline unit. But if you wanted to get a little bit more fancy, $210 will get you to your door with the color palette that you like with dual colors. So there you have it. I think I came up with a good package. I do believe this is going to be my final package. I went as far as, I worked hard on this, but this didn't work out. The blue meters are the only ones I don't have that have an adjustable pot for I can adjust the voltage. So I believe one of these two is like 1 volt, not 1 volt, 1/10 of a volt higher than the other. So let's say this would read 9, this would read 8 at the last digit. So it would be like an 8. But I bought the meters. It showed in the description. I bought them all at the same time as all the other ones, that they had potentiometers, but the blue ones for some reason did not. So I try to make sure they match. Let's just try to go with that. This is not science tech equipment. This is a $5 meter, bluntly said, $5 meter. So they're not stupid expensive, but everything is RF protected. Everything has points in it. Everything has ferrite in it. Everything is protected as much as I can possibly take and get protection on, as far as how these remotes and these remote boxes work. Haven't had any problems so far. I've put in 4,000 watts across. They're in the same vicinity as 4,000 watts in a truck. Didn't have any problems at all. So I can't see that these are going to have any sorts of problems at this point. So thanks, Joe. You said nice product. Now, I think a little bit further out of the box. Now for the guys, and I haven't did one yet, and I'm sure I can pull it off. I just have to sit there and figure it out when that problem comes across my bench. But there's people out there that have these types of remote jacks, and if it were wired, let's say a Fat Boy version, or maybe a Carl version, or an old X-Force version, all of these 4-pin jacks were pretty much wired up correctly in the right way. What's going on, young blood? So this is a staged amplifier right here, and it's not done. I've been working on it for a minute, but I pulled the brakes on it to do some other stuff. But I can do the same remote box for a staged box, and the way it'll work, it'll still turn on 2 amplifiers, because you have 2 amplifiers inside of the staged amplifier. You have a big relay, and then you have a small relay in here. It's there, a little peanut relay right there. So everything has its own switch and etc. So I can wire this stuff up for this type of remote system as well. I haven't had anybody ask me to do it just yet. Now that I showed this, most commonly it's going to happen. So I can do the 4-pin remote jacks if you have a staged amplifier built by whoever. I don't like doing too many of those things. They are wiring diagram nightmare. So there you have that unit. I'll show you guys what the blue one looks like real quick. Just let me let the phone down, and we'll just take it unplug. All right, so that one covers that. Let's see the blue here. see, we get this plugged in, plug them in real quick. You just gotta go in straight in, you're good to go, and straight out. You don't have no problem. So, little blue one here should do the same dealio. Turn that one on, you see it says 14.8. That one's 14.7. So, like I said, I went back and forth and even asked them to resend, and they did. This is why I don't like blue on video. You see it dancing all over the place. It's there. All the digits are there. It's just how the video picks up blue. I can't stand that. So, as far as it goes, I went back and forth with the company, and they were just like, this is what we got. So, I ended up with a bunch of blue ones with no potentiometers, and I really wanted the potentiometers in them before I could adjust them out. Can't win them all, man, so I'm about 99%. 99%. So there you have it, guys. You just have it just turns things on and off, and that's about it. And like I said, you can use this as a stage for a staged amplifier as well. But yeah, I guess it'd still be reading the same voltage because they're both primed into the same line. Now, if I were to take and have another voltage plugged into this, let's just find one here. Let's get a different voltage plugged in. All right, let's take and plug in this voltage. All right. Now, I have two different voltages on this now on these power supplies. So we'll take and turn one on, turn another one on. There we go, 15.6. Shows me about 15.8 up on my thing. So this is just a smidge off, not the end of the world. As long as you guys know that, it's all good. I apologize about it. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. So 1/10 of it off on 1/10 is off on that one. But it is cool because you have two separate voltages. But like I was saying, if you were to use this in a staged amplifier like this one, you would be reading basically identical 2/4 jacks. Wilson says, unlikely. My 2x8 has 2/4 inch jacks. Well, you just get the regular one then, dude. Just how they wire them up. But either way, I can make this box work. But going back to this, I haven't did the mic pin jack hookup yet, and I'm sure that I will be doing that probably pretty soon. So there you have it. This is what we got running, and this is how we got it working. So everything turns on and off just like it's supposed to. Gotta love it. Really nice. So in the past, now the units didn't come with voltmeters, this and that. The voltmeter thing is really nice because if you were to have it off and you didn't have your remote by you and you just wanted to check your voltage, let's say you're at the back of the truck, just turn your switch on. It'll backfeed back into it and you can read your voltage. So the same difference, the unit is on. Now if your switches are on like that, obviously the unit's on. This isn't going to do anything. It's not going to shut it on and off. It's not going to do anything until you correct it, shut the switches off, and then you can turn things on and off. So that's how it works. It's pretty self-explanatory. If for some reason you lose both your fobs, it comes with two fobs. I put them right in there. It comes with the instructions. Somewhere in here I got the instructions put up in the bag, and you just take out the 4 screws, take the lid off, and do the instructions and reprogram the fob. And it's not difficult at all. But as far as it goes, if for some reason you mess up and you lose both your fobs, or if you lose one and you just want to replace them, call me. I have extras. I bought extras. They come with extra. So each unit comes with 2 fobs, and both fobs will automatically be programmed and for your unit. So there you go, 210 bucks. You get something super fancy. You want a baseline unit, it's 190 bucks shipped out, 190. So I will add that into the description later on. So in the meantime, between time, we're rolling up close to 25 after 9. I got a few things to do, clear this stuff off. I have to do another little video later. I'm going to do a little video on this 4-pill sideband unit at 4.5, and we'll show the performance of that one. So there we have it. Got some pretty cool equipment right here, and you can get it right here. 123 South Jersey. Y'all, thanks for watching. I'm going to slide out of here. Molly's in her I ain't woke up mode yet, so I ain't going to mess with her. Y'all take care. God bless. Welcome to the weekend. Catch y'all later in the next video, and maybe about an hour or two. We'll see how my day rolls. I have a few things I gotta jump on here. So catch you all later. God bless. Rolling to the left. PM me if you want to contact me, or catch me on the 21 on my telephone. Y'all take care. I'm gone.